Hello everyone, this is Sue and welcome to my channel, Tickled Pink Creating. I'm excited today to share Rita Barricat design team project. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to get in that Valentine's Day mood. So that's the way I went for this particular project. And what you see there is I took Rita's Art Foamy stamp, her Waves stamp, and I put some of the folk art paint onto that stamp, and then I stamped onto tissue paper. And I'm just showing you that this particular traveler's notebook is a traveler's notebook that I have all different kinds of stuff in that I have actually been working in gosh, in January it's going to be 3 years. So it's just one that when I just feel like doing something special and I don't want to necessarily do a huge page like in one of my Dina Wakley journals, this tends to be the journal that I pull out. So as you can see here, I am collaging different pieces down. The back of this is what I would call very eclectic as far as, like, normally I would try to pick like little pieces from my stash that are all, or at least all have the same color in it. And for this background, I was not necessarily thinking like that. I just more pulled out the pieces that I liked, which is also a lot of fun. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm just going and getting all of the pieces onto the background. So this is the first layer to this page. And as most of you know, collaging is my all-time favorite thing to do. Has been for years. And you know, it's just one of those things that just makes me happy. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know. I think part of what it is that I take something that looks like this, and right now it looks very much like, you know, just a ton of different things going on, right? And very busy, right? Very, very busy. But by the end of this project, it is going to look cohesive. And again, this is just the first layer. So as I continue to layer on top of this, some of it is harder to see, but you can definitely see pieces of this layer at the very, very end. So definitely you'll want to be sure to check that out. I'm just making sure at this point that I have enough layers everywhere and that the colors are scattered throughout the page. Yeah, so like I said, I'm really enjoying this piece of it, as always. And in a minute, you're going to see me go ahead and take that tissue paper, here it is, that I stamped with Rita's Art Foamy stamp. And I used two different colors of paint. I used like a pink and a light red. And it really, again, in my head, I knew I was going to focus on Valentine's Day. So I wanted it to be, you know, have that feel of Valentine's Day to it. And the color definitely does. So now I pull out this extreme glitter folk art paint. And this, I think, is one of my other favorite things to do. After the collaging, collaging is definitely my favorite, but I also really enjoy, whether it's paint or like in this case, glitter paste, just taking with my finger and deciding where on the page I want to get this down. Now I'm like, okay, well, that was good, but what I really want to do is blend the background more. And that glitter, extreme glitter, it was too transparent. So I took out one of the pinks that I used on the stamp, and I'm just going over. Now, I will not cover the whole background. That is not my intent here. My intent is to tone down the background and make it look more cohesive. So now I'm like, well, that got covered up a lot of that extreme glitter. So now I pulled out the Folk Art Glitterific, and this stuff has like much bigger chunks of glitter in it, and you'll see it later when I lift it up. Oh, it's amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. So I was happy with that, and now look at the big chunks of glitter. And look at how, even though you can see that first layer of collage, you can still see it through the pink paint. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and start displaying, figuring out where I want everything on the page. And, I kept fussing with it, and I finally decided with this particular setup right here. And all I'm going to do with these two little banners is go ahead and put a couple of staples in with my tiny attacher. I think those might be, yes, they are definitely illustrated faith little banners up there, the love, love, love. And I had this piece of fabric in my stash. It actually came from a paper clip, and I took it off of the paper clip, and I thought it was perfect for this page because there is some of that orange in this die cut that I'm putting down now. So this is one of Rita's die cuts, and it comes from her Be True collection, and I'm loving it. Of course I'm loving it. It has flowers, it's pink. Why wouldn't I love it? And of course I need to add a little extra bling on there, so that is down. And now I knew I wanted to use this flower die cut, which is Rita's as well, and it was too big, so I cut it in half, and it worked perfectly. It was exactly what I wanted. I ended up getting the flowers on different areas of the page, and I thought it was just perfect. And I'll have the link below to Rita's Etsy shop, where you can purchase the Art Foamy stamp as well as these die cuts. And I just thought that was beautiful. I just tucked it a little bit under the banners. Like, isn't that pretty? And look at the background. You can still see the background. It's looking good. It's looking good. I'm loving it. Look at the bling and the way that the flowers are at the bottom there. It was just perfect. I think that the placement of the die cuts just brings your eyes across the whole page. And now I'm taking some of the Mod Podge with glitter in it and going around the page just to make sure that I have glitter everywhere. And now the final and most important piece is to add my scripture on here, which is 1 Chronicles 28:9. And I'm using my food ball pen to write this out. And the scripture reads, "Learn to know the God of your ancestors intimately. Worship and serve him with your whole heart and a willing mind. For the Lord sees every heart and knows every plan and thought. If you seek him, you shall find him." And at this point, I'm just finishing up the scripture on the top part of the page. And then I am done and I am loving it. So the stamped waves that I put on the tissue paper, I can still see in the background. And of course, Rita's die cuts just look amazing on this page. And I am super, super happy with it. Definitely check out Rita's Etsy shop. Link is below. Here's some photos for you. I would love to have you subscribe and go ahead and hit that like button. I would love to have you also comment. God bless and have a great week. Bye-bye.